This video is going up by request. I pulled these LPs out of storage today, and I haven't played these things since the 90s. When my daughter's mother and I split up, I went to my parents' house with boxes of things and stored them. I really didn't mess with them much. When I moved into this house, I brought mostly 12-inch singles and ignored a lot of the LPs. So I'm trying to slowly bring them in. I've got some cool stuff. I've got more 12-inch singles than LPs, but there's still some stuff here that's worth hanging on to. I grabbed it. Some of the stuff my family has had for years. Some of it I bought as a teenager. Some of this stuff I picked up for a little bit of nothing when everybody was converting their collection to CDs and they were disposing of these things. So let's take a look. Let's see, we got Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife. This has This Time on it, and what's the other jam on here that's really good? Cuts Like a Knife, This Time, and Straight from the Heart is on this album right here. And of course, Reckless, this has Heaven on it, and Summer of '69, and all that stuff. ARS, Atlantic Rhythm Section. This album's been in my family for years. I think we picked it up when it was new. Maybe Mom bought it, I don't know. This one has Spooky on it. Asia's first album, the self-titled album. This is a great album, by the way. Only Time Will Tell is on here. Heat of the Moment. If you guys aren't familiar with this album, this was groundbreaking. This was really cool stuff. Asia's first self-titled album. Okay, this is Bad Boy. You've probably never heard of them because they're a local Milwaukee band, but this stuff was all over rock radio airwaves. This album right here, Electric Eyes, has got two particular tracks on here that are really good and solid. If you listen to them on YouTube, one's called Thunder and Lightning, the other one's called Cheat on Me. And yeah, they were just like top 40 tracks as far as we were concerned here in Milwaukee, but very, very regional. And here's another album they did that I found when I was digging one day and I grabbed it. Bad Company, not my favorite Bad Company album, Run with the Pack, but again, I was grabbing this stuff when people were just giving it away. I probably paid like 10 cents for it or something. It's not in bad shape. Bee Gees' Main Course. This is some good stuff. I believe this is what Jive Talkin's on. I think Jive Talkin's on this one. And perhaps Nights on Broadway. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Nights on Broadway, Jive Talkin'. And Fanny Tender's on here as well. This is a really good album. Of course, we've got, Spirits Having Flown is this one here. This has got a lot of the tracks on it that you actually ended up hearing later on Saturday Night Fever. Tragedy's on here. Too Much Heaven's on here. Love You Inside Out. I'm just kind of scanning this. So no, I'm wrong. This was the album after Saturday Night Fever. I can't remember what the damn album was called that came out right before, during Saturday Night Fever. They had a lot of the same songs on it. I have it somewhere. They're dressed like pilots in that one. I don't remember the name of it, but I have it somewhere. Just don't remember where. And of course, Bee Gees' Greatest Hits. It's like a triple album set. What I pay for this thing? I don't even see a sticker on it. I bet you I paid $0.25 for this. Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. This is a really good album if you're not familiar with it. Front to back, it's really solid. It's rock and roll. It's great vocals, great songwriting. It's good stuff. Just get nervous. No, Precious Time is what this one is. Promises in the Dark, Fire and Ice. Yeah, fantastic album right here. George Benson, Give Me the Night. That's the big track on this one. I have two of these, by the way. It's a great album. The song is fantastic. This one is, I think the next one he did has got like Lady Love Me One More Time on it. Not my favorite, but it's part of the collection. Breezen's the one that's really cool. The Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack? Are you kidding me? It's got all the cool stuff on it, right? It's like everybody had this and the Miami Vice soundtrack, which I didn't run across digging today, but I know I have Miami Vice somewhere. But this one was really good. We got Glenn Frey, The Heat Is On, Patti LaBelle, New Attitude, Pointer Sisters, Neutron Dance. There's Danny Elfman on here. All kinds of neat stuff on this soundtrack. Of course, Harold Flattermeyer with the XLF theme. Blondie. This is Auto American, isn't it? I should know this stuff. Pretty confident this is Auto American. Yes, it is. So this is like Rapture. This is a good album. Boston Self-Held On. This is a really clean copy of it, too. I knew I had it somewhere. I was filing records a while back thinking, where the hell is my Boston album? I got a beautiful copy of this. Then, of course, Don't Look Back, their follow-up album. Now, this album, I'm not going to do it in this video. It's just ridiculous. We got other things to do. But the liner notes on this record are actually kind of funny. And they were for us. When we were listening to this album, reading the liner notes, I remember them being written kind of funny. Like, comedic almost. Not the best Cheap Trick album, all shook up, but I have it. I've got Dream Police and Budokan somewhere, which Budokan's the one to have. I don't know where it is. I didn't run across it today, but here's all shook up. Phil Collins' Face Value. This one I bought new. This is, this is good stuff right here. This was a really big album. Susudio. What else? Just One More Night. Don't Lose My Number. Inside Out is a great song on this album. And Take Me Home. Who Said I Would. It's a good album. So Phil Collins' Face Value. Where he's in color. Not the other one, Within the Ear Tonight. Which one is this? Midnight Magic Commodores. This has Still on it and Sail on it, like they're mellow hits. But it's a really clean copy, so I picked it up. Of course, Commodore's Greatest Hits. Got all the greatest hits on it. Alice Cooper, School's Out. Now this is actually, it looks funny because it's supposed to look like a beat up desk and it's a unique album cover. But the album in here isn't in great shape, unfortunately. But the album cover's in good shape, so I'm protecting it. I happen to run across a beat up cover with a good album and all the numbers match. I can swap them out and have something cool. Really clean copy of Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, right here. I had this 8-track too when I was a kid, and I remember it was pink. So it stood out real well with all the other 8-tracks. The pink one. Jim Croce Greatest Hits. What's this one called? Photographs and Memories. If you're not familiar with Jim Croce, he's a hell of a singer-songwriter. He passed away very young, peak of his career. He was really one of the greats. You may know Bad Leroy Brown, that was the song. But he had so many. This whole album is just solid as a rock. I Got a Name popped up in, I think, Django Unchained. It's a really cool song. But yeah, Jim Croce's cool. Culture Club, Kissing to Be Clever. Really, I mean, an album that doesn't get credit. This record is so good. Every song on this record is a banger. And I think they had like 3 or 4 singles released that did nothing. And then they did, what was the track? Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? But there's great songs in here. White Boy's a great song. And it wasn't like a big hit. I'll tell her for you, I love that track. Time Clock of the Heart is a beautiful song. One of the most beautiful songs. Really. The band is tight. It's a ska band. I mean, you may dismiss Boy George, but man, you can't deny this was a great band. And their follow-up, Color by Numbers. Actually, a good album, too. Church of the Poison Mind is the standout for me on this one. But you got Miss Me Blind. It's a Miracle. And, of course, Karma Chameleon, which is the one I don't like. Which is the one that's probably the most popular. Daz Band. This is the one that's got Let It All Flow on it. Not Joystick and all that. I've got that up in the rack. Up there somewhere. Here's the other one with Let It All Flow on it. A Dead or Alive, Youthquake. Man, let me tell you, I love this record. There are tracks on here, besides You Spin Me Around Like a Record, that are really good. In Too Deep is a great song. I really like the song Big Daddy the Rhythm. My Heart Goes Bang. The list really does go on and on, but this is a fantastic record. Not remixed, the original versions of these songs. I think this came out either 84 or 85, and it's really good. I bought this new. I bought this the first day that I got my first PC. I don't know, whenever it came out, whatever year that was. But I bought this the same day. So I remember setting up my Commodore, whatever the hell it was, and listening to this record. It's good. Something in My House is on here. Brand New Lovers on here. Some good tracks on this record. Dire Straits, Making Movies. Not the best Dire Straits album, but it's pretty clean. Brothers in Arms. I am pretty confident this is my original copy that I bought. And this is a hell of an album. I know I have doubles at this, but I think this is my original that I bought, just judging off the sleeve that's on it here. Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. This is an amazing Doobie Brothers album. Minute by Minute's a great song. It's got What a Fool Believes on it. Depending on You is on here, which is a great song. It's just a good, solid Doobie Brothers album with Michael McDonald right there in the middle, the guy with the voice. Thomas Dolby, The Golden Age of Wireless. This is the one with Blinded by Science on it. Right here. See? You don't see this on Crate Digs. This is really clean. Ole ELO. This one is cool. What does it have on it? I can't remember. Can't get it out of my head. An Evil Woman and Strange Magic are on this. And I know this is my second copy of it. This one's really clean. And we have this one, which I'm pretty confident. This has Telephone Line on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Telephone Line and Do Ya and Living Thing. The one I'm missing is Out of the Blue. Out of the Blue is a really good record. I like it a lot. I don't know. I thought I had a copy of it. Discovery is ELO's disco album, if you will. And I remember hanging out with the band at a club I worked at. They came in, not Jeff Lynne, but the rest of the guys, like Kelly, the bass player, and those guys. They referred to this as the disco album, so I always call it the disco album too. But this has a song that I love called Shine a Little Love and Last Train to London. A lot of hardcore ELO people dismiss this album, but I love it. I think it's really good. Erasure Circus. Just, Erasure stuff from the 80s. I think I've got another copy of this somewhere. Frampton Comes Alive, Peter Frampton. If you don't know what this record is, you're young. Because everybody had this record when I was young. Everybody. If you didn't have it, I think they came to your house and issued you a copy. If you get a chance, go on YouTube and check out the track, Do You Feel Like We Do? There's a midnight special video of that I think you should probably watch live. It's a little shorter than this live album version. This is a double album. But, man, I'm telling you, it's absolutely fantastic. Watch that midnight special with Peter Frampton doing Do You Feel Like I Feel. He's still alive. He lives in Nashville. Just saw Rick Beato do a cool interview with him a while back. Really innovative guy. Peter Gabriel, So. I mean, this was the big album. It's got In Your Eyes on it, Sledgehammer, Big Time. Hall & Oates. This is the album that has She's Gone on it. What's it called? I don't even know. Abandoned Luncheonette. That's what it's called. I keep forgetting the name of this one. That's a clean copy. I've got a rotten copy of this one too, but this is a good clean copy of it. She's Gone's the big one on here. I got the silver one somewhere with Sarah's Smile on it. I'm pretty confident that's the big track on here. Yeah, She's Gone is the big track. Heart Magazine. Really? It's got Heartless on it. The rest of the album, I'm not crazy about it, but it's part of the collection, right? That's okay, because we got Dog and Butterfly right here. Dog and Butterfly has Dog and Butterfly on it and Straight On, I believe. Then Dreamboat Ending, where it all started. This is the Holy Grail right here. This is Magic Man and Barracuda, and we don't really need to talk about anything else because that's enough right there. That's worth the price of admission. This is a great copy. This is like a good original, super clean copy that it looks like I paid $0.25 for. See what I'm talking about? I paid nothing for some of this stuff. Heatwave. Central Heating. This has Boogie Nights on it and the Groove Line. And those are, aside from that, Always and Forever. Is Always and Forever on this album? It might be. And if it is, you don't need any other album. It is not. But it's got the Groove Line on it. I'm pretty confident it has Boogie Nights on it. I was wrong. This just has the Groove Line on it. But it's one of the weirdest bands you've ever seen. Half German, half Philly boys. It does not have Boogie Nights on it. I apologize. Holly's Greatest Hits. It's just kind of a neat one to find, and it's really, really clean. Paid Be $1 for it. Hot Nights and City Lights. This is a K-Tel disco album, but it's really good. It's all, mixed DJ style. The reason that this was so hot is because this is a place where you can find Shake Your Body Down to the Ground by the Jacksons. I really like that song. The rest of these songs are good too. If you like disco, it's cool. Whitney Houston's self-titled album. Yeah, My Dirty Secret is I actually really like this album. It's good. It's really good. It's got How Will I Know on it. And, oh boy. This has got tons of stuff on it, man. I mean, like, tons of stuff. If I got my reading glasses on here. You Give Good Love is on here. I'm just looking at the big ones. Saving All My Love for You. Nobody Loves Me Like You Do. How Will I Know? All at Once. Oh, yeah, this is huge. Greatest Love of All. And then her follow-up, Whitney, which is I Want to Dance with Somebody, which is the one all the DJs play. What else is on here? That was big. Didn't we almost have it all on this one too? That's crazy. Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Big album. Huge album. Speaking of Shake Your Body Down to the Ground, which I believe is on the Destiny album. No, it's not, is it? Blame It on the Boogie is the big one on here. Yeah, it is. Shake Your Body Down to the Ground is definitely on this album. So, yeah. I've got another copy of this up there in the rack somewhere. At least one more. Rick James Reflections. This is his greatest hits. And there's a poster in here that's really cool. I don't want to take it out, but it's Rick James, like, in the mid-'80s on one side of the poster, and on black and white on the flip side is Rick James as a kid in the 60s holding a guitar. Like, looking very, leather and slick. Really cool. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. My jam on this is Miracles. The problem with my jam on this is that it's the long version of Miracles, and I'm a weirdo who likes the radio edit of the song. I don't like the long version. Still a great album. Spitfire. This is the one that's got With Your Love on it, I think, isn't it? You have a look. That's a great song. It's been a while. With Your Love is the big song on this one. The big song. And then this one here, Earth. Beautiful copy of Earth. This has got Runaway on it. And something else. What was the other big one on this one? Count on Me. Yeah, Count on Me and Runaway are the big ones on this one. I like that era of Jefferson Starship. With, what's it, Marty Bain, is that his name? Marty Blaine? I really like him. Okay, Howard Jones. If you don't know, this guy's got a massive catalog. This has got Things Can Only Get Better, Life in One Day, No One Is to Blame, Like to Get to Know You Well. What else is on here that you may have heard of? Well, those are the big ones. And then this is probably my favorite. It's got the new song on What Is Love on it. Humans Lib. It's a great album. I am a little Olivia Newton-John kind of guy. I'm not afraid to admit it. Little More Love's a great song. Magic is fantastic. I like a lot of Olivia Newton-John stuff. And you'll see that because I got more of her in here. This is the one with a little more love on it. And oh boy, is she so cute in that. Oh man, what a voice. Journey's first album. This is the Journey album to have. It's so good. I have other Journey albums, but this one's really dope. I've never seen this on a crate dig anywhere, other than when I found this. This is the Less Than Zero soundtrack, and it's really good. I mean, what do you got on here? You got Aerosmith doing Rockin' Pneumonia and the Boogie Woogie Flu. You got Bring the Noise, Public Enemy. What else on here? Okay, Hazy Shade of Winter, of course, is on here. And it got a DeVita by Slayers on here. Going back to Cali, LL Cool J. It's just a really, really neat album. She Lost to Joan Jett. How to Love Affair. Orange Juice Jones. I believe that's who that is. Anyway, never seen this anywhere else. This is pretty cool. Steve Martin. This is Let's Get Small. This is one of those party albums I remember from when I was a kid. Remember my sister's friend Chris would bring it over. My parents would around and play it. It was funny. He might have said a few four-letter words on the album. Yeah, there wasn't like HBO and stuff. If you wanted to hear something funny, I mean, you had a party album back in the day. Got another one in here somewhere too. Wings, Band on the Run. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. It's got Jet on it. It's just a really good album. One of my favorites. I love this album too. This is the only time I believe he called himself John Cougar Mellencamp. He was John Cougar, and then he was John Cougar Mellencamp, and then he just went to John Mellencamp. But for the album, he was John Cougar hyphen Mellencamp. And my jam on here is Crumbling Down. It's a great, cool rock pop song. It's like one of his best songs as far as I'm concerned. I like Small Paradise. I like Hurt So Good, but this, Crumbling Down, is my favorite. Men at Work, Business as Usual. What can I say about this one? This is huge, and I've got other copies of this, but this is the one that I think I got for Christmas when it came out. I asked for a record. I always ask for a record every Christmas, and this is one I asked for that particular year. What was it, 81, 82? And this is what I got, and it's, I mean, who could it be now? Down Under. Geez, it's got tons of stuff on it. Johnny Be Good. Those are the big ones, I think. There are others, but you know, the Cargo album's good too. But this was dope. Eddie Money. This is the one with like Baby Hold On and 2 Tickets to Paradise, and I think I've got another copy of it up there somewhere. Here's one that I bought new. Eddie Murphy, Comedian. His first one was funny too, and I have it somewhere. I just didn't run across it today. This was the follow-up album. The Comedian album is kind of cool because it sounds like he's in, or I'm sorry, the album before this is pretty cool because it sounds like he's in small clubs. But yeah, this was some naughty stuff. And plus, the other album's got Boogie in Your Butt on it, which is like a fantastic track. I don't care what anybody says. And Morrow got a hold of my copy of Boogie in Your Butt when I was crate digging. He took it from me, and I haven't forgiven him yet. Aldo Nova, if you don't know who this guy is, Canadian rock star. He ended up producing like tons of people. I think he had something to do with Celine Dion when she did My Heart Will Go On and all that. But he was a rock star long, long time ago. Big track on here is called Fantasy. There's another good one called Hot Love. Rock and roll stuff. Billy Ocean, Suddenly. Yeah, this is Caribbean Queen. Let's see what else is on here. Suddenly, of course. There was another big one on this one. Oh, Loverboy. That was the other big one. But yeah. This is a big album. One Way. Why? Who's Fooling Who? This is the one with Cutie Pie on it, by the way. That's like the big One Way track. And this is the album with Cutie Pie on it. John Parr. He's the guy who did the St. Elmo's Fire song. But this particular album is the one that's got Naughty Naughty on it, which is a pretty dope track. Quarterflash. Take Me to Heart was the big song on this one. It's a really good tune. It's kind of a cool album cover. They're all mannequins. Blanca's walking around upstairs. We're just going to deal with it. Sorry about that. Real good shape. Jerry Rafferty, the City to City album. This has got Baker Street on it. And that's worth the price of admission right there. That's all you need to know. I know I have another copy of it up here somewhere, but this is a really clean copy. As Blanca dances in one spot. REO Speedway and High Infidelity. This was big. This was huge, man. And this has got Roll With The Changes on it. Don't Let Him Go. Keep On Loving You. Take It On The Run. I'm going to be really embarrassed if it doesn't have Roll With The Changes on it. That's what I said it has on it. Why don't I see it? Keep On Loving You. Yeah, okay. Don't Let Him Go. Keep On Loving You. The big ones. Take It On The Run. Yeah, I'm wrong. It doesn't. It's got those songs on it, though. Those are good. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. I mean, geez. You guys know what this is. And this is a really clean copy that I've kept in plastic for, oh, geez, since the 80s. I've had this in plastic. And this record, in really good condition, is going for like, I don't know, $75. Not that I sell, but I've got at least another copy of this somewhere. S-Express original soundtrack. I think I have other copies of this. But it's a really good album. I mean, the theme from X-Express is dope, but the rest of the album is really good too. If you don't know it, check it out. What's the one song on here I really like? It's French. L apostrophe age du gadu, whatever that is. Anyway, it's really good. If you never listened to it, check out the S Express album. Real groundbreaking stuff for DJs and sample junkies and stuff. Rick Springfield's Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet. This is like Don't Talk to Strangers, and what else is on here that's good? Yeah, Don't Talk to Strangers was the big one, and that might be it. I don't know. But yeah, this was the follow-up to Working Class Dog, which is a masterpiece. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Look at this. It's a really, the cover's got some wear on it. Looks like I paid 50 cents for this copy of Born to Run. The record's perfect. So. Squeeze the Singles. Not my favorite band. This looks like it may have some water damage. But the album's clean. I grabbed it. Starland Vocal Band with a cutout. Ain't that a B? Look at that. Afternoon Delight. Why not? Why not? Live and More, Donna Summer. This is a mint copy of this, by the way. This is really, really, really clean. Cover and all. Sylvester. All I Need. I have another copy of this that I got from Mike's collection. This is the one I had. This has got like, Do You Want to Funk on it, Hard Up, and Don't Stop. Those are big tunes. Toto. Look at this. This is, let's see what's on here that's big. Georgie Porgy. That's a huge song. And Hold the Line. I mean, those right there are amazing. Either one of those songs is great. But yeah, this is before the whole Rosanna in Africa thing. Right before it. And this is really good. Remember I said I like Olivia Newton-John? Well, here's a movie she did with John Travolta that no one remembers called Two of a Kind. And she had 2 tracks on here that I remember that were really good. One was called Twist of Fate. And the other one was called Desperate Times. Twist of Fate was really the one I liked the most. But there's Journey on here, Chicago. What else? Boss Gags turned up on here. That's pretty cool. Patty Austin. There's all kinds of stuff on here. But yeah. When was the last time you saw Two of a Kind on a crate dig? When was the last time I saw it and I grabbed it? This is the We Are the World 12-inch. For posterity, you just have it. By the way, written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie. I didn't know that. I thought Quincy wrote this. Whitesnake Slide It In. There's 2 tracks on here that I really like. One is called Love Ain't No Stranger, and the other one is called Slow and Easy. The track Slide It In I never really cared too much for. It's an okay song, but the other songs are so much better. This is before, Here I Go Again and all that stuff happened. And believe it or not, look at this. Enter the Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers. Yeah, I got a mint copy of that too. And Olivia Newton-John, more of that. We got Xanadu. But, a lot of this album is Electric Light Orchestra. And it's really good. All over the world. And I'm Alive is on here. She's got Magic on here. There's a duet with Cliff Richard, Suddenly, that's really good on here. It's a very underrated soundtrack. I mean, in retrospect, people today, they should be chasing this down because this is gold right here. Good stuff. Yes, 90125. I've got multiple copies of this. Here's just another one I have. And of course, we have ZZ Top Afterburner. This I bought new. And the cool thing about this album is they were using the Fairlight CMI on here, so there's all this cool horn stabs and stuff in like Sleeping Bag. But the reason I bought this album, the track on here wasn't Rough Boy. It was actually Stages. A song you never hear anymore, but I thought it was brilliant. Anyway. And then last but not least, we have ZZ Top Eliminator, which we almost bought. We also bought new. There's a story behind this one. It's kind of funny. So my brother was stationed in the military over in Germany back in 1983. My mom thought it would be a cool idea to buy him a Walkman to send over to him so he can listen to it while he's jogging or marching or whatever. She wanted a Walkman. So she bought him some generic Walkman. And I convinced her that he'd have a better quality recording if we took a record and put it on a good quality tape than we would just to buy a cheap tape. The records were better. I said that not only because my sister's boyfriend had a killer stereo who we could make really good recordings. He had a good record player and a good tape deck. But I wanted some free records out of the deal. Why not, right? I mean, my brother's a lot older than I am. So, yeah, that's how I ended up with this album, Eliminator. And this is the one that Icon Mom into buying. So, anyhow, that's it, guys. Those are the records. Hope you enjoyed this long dig. Maybe we'll do some more if you like it. But that's it. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.